Mamma Mia Pizzeria. What's up, everybody? Thomas here. We're back again working on the 1985 Merkur XR4Ti. Today I got some good news. I got some new parts finally, so hopefully gonna make some good progress today. And so make sure you like and subscribe and check out the playlist if you're interested in the whole story of this vehicle. And so let's jump right into it. So I'll show you what I got first. So first things I got a nice new radiator hose. This isn't going to be an exact fit, so we're going to have to modify it in order for it to fit. So that's good news. Had to wait a couple of weeks for this. I haven't got all the hoses, unfortunately, so we're not going to be able to get the fluid system, the coolant system filled up today, but at least it's progress. I got a 5/8 inside diameter hose. This is for just a variety of application. There's a lot of hose and stuff like that all around here, so I'm gonna have to make a couple of things because of the new radiator that weren't originally installed on this vehicle. So gonna be a bit of fabrication and stuff along with that. Then finally, our main thing for today is I got a new water pump for it. So this is just a OEM replacement Gates water pump. Hopefully it's pretty good. It fits all the hoses. So for example, this is a 1 5/8 end, fits on the opening for the water pump. I don't really know why they designed it this way, because this water pump outlet opening is 1 5/8 and the opening on the radiator is 1 1/4. So that's kind of funky. And then same with the 5/8 hose. It's supposed to go on here like so. This one's a pretty tight fit. I don't know if there's like another size hose up I should have gotten for this thing or not, but we got 5/8, so we're just gonna have to make it work. And it does fit on there eventually. Just take some force. So it's on there. So that's good. So like I said, check out the playlist if you're interested in everything that I worked on. And let's jump right into it. First thing we're going to be jumping into today is the water pump. So first thing we got to do in order to get the water pump to be removed is take the belts off. These are the new belts I had put on before, but they're going to take like 5 seconds to take off anyway, so it's fine. There we go. I just need a wrench actually to move those. $17mm look okay? No, it's smaller than 17. 15 maybe. What's in here? My wrench bag is getting a little thinned out for some reason, so that's too small. Right, let me show you. So the belt tensioner is the alternator, so we just got to loosen up the bolt on the alternator, and then it will fall down and we will be able to take the bolts off. Alright, there's a 15mm, and now while this might seem like it's kind of like a 2 steps forward, 1 step back kind of thing, it's actually a 1 step backwards, 2 steps forwards kind of thing instead. Now while that might sound the same, it's really not. Well, it kind of is, but it's not. Because I'm taking 1 step backwards now and I'm taking 2 steps forwards later. Whereas if I took 2 steps forwards now and 1 step backwards later, it'd be like only completing 1 step. And this is still like only completing 1 step. But this is a step that I already completed, so it's technically like a 0 step. Anyways, let's just keep working. Okay, let's take the 17 back, I guess. So that one should go down a bit more, I thought. There it is, right there. Let's push this out somewhere else. There we go. And it's off. So there we go. 2 belts are off. I'll put these away. The other good thing about replacing the water pump is, well, number one, it'll be a new water pump, so we won't have any previous wear on it. I don't really know how good the water pump is internally anyways. Maybe the fins have all corroded off and it's not having any play in the bearing. So, and these engines do like to overheat, especially with the turbo on them. So this should hopefully ensure good cooling. And there's a few other things we'll need to do with the cooling system in order to ensure good operation. But for now, this will be the main thing. Not to mention the new radiator will help a lot, hopefully. And yeah, aside from that, and once we get the hoses on, I'll be pretty stoked. I also bought a bunch of clamps to hopefully help with this as well. I don't think those will get in there with the new rad in there. So we got the golden wrenches out here today, everybody. We got the very shiny golden wrenches back again, featured in multiple videos. The best wrenches. It's a 13. Let me grab a 13 mil. So, there's one. Okay. Where am I going? Okay, so let me see what we can see. Alright. Well, we got the alternator moved. So now let's go get in here. What I was just doing with the golden wrench is I was just loosening the bolts on the water pump pulley, which you can see. It is right here. So this new radiator is kind of in the way. That's not gonna work. I'm not sure if I want to take this out for now or just leave it. Anyways, well, I guess instead we're gonna do something different that I haven't. Oh, yes, I just thought of it. We're gonna use these. There we go. That's pretty solid. Oops. Oh. They're not that solid, never mind. All the other ones are loose except for this one. All right, well, that worked. No damage, we're good. And then you can just spin the pulley to remove the bolts. Probably not as fast as an impact, but still pretty fast. There we go. Oops. There we go. And there we go. Oh, remove. Let's pull the pulley off. There we go. That's the pulley off. Now we're going to have to pull this timing cover off in order to get at the third bolt. It's just 3 bolts that hold this thing on. So, yeah, let me pull these bolts off. Okay. Just 3 10 mils, but apparently 13 works as well. I did put them on very loosely, so I wouldn't expect them to be held up very well. Yes. Except for the last bolt, which I actually did put on tight. There's a Phillips in there, so. Now, normally you kind of have to remove that, but I'm pretty sure we can get it by not removing it. Yes, so I'm gonna just point out that Phillips right in there. Right there. Yeah, there. So we'll take that out. Then we can take out the 3 bolts to hold the water pump on. So there's number 1, number 2 at the bottom, and then number 3 in the corner over there. Alrighty. Alright. There it is. There it is. There, and you just have to pull the timing cover off. So you don't need to do anything with the timing or mess around with that at all. I've already done the timing. You can see that in a previous video. It's pretty simple, actually. And yeah, so make sure you check out that video, and yeah, if you're interested anyways. All right, let's move on. So now it's time to pull the 3 bolts off on the water pump. Again, there they are. There's the top 2, and then the bottom one's down below. Again, these are 13 millimeter bolts. Just crack them all loose. Oops. Alrighty. Let's see if we can gun them out now. Yep. That's 1. That's 2. No, I can't get number 3 on there. Need a deep socket or something, or anything other than a mile-long extension. All right, well, guess we'll just do that one by hand. Well, maybe we can speed it up a little. There it is. Now before I finish taking this pump out, I'm just going to grab a bucket, put that underneath. Never mind about that. Let's see if we can get the gun on that now. Yep. Alrighty, she's broken free. 1, 2, 3 bolts removed. Oh, there's fluid pouring out. 1 second. Alright, maybe we do need that bucket. Yeah, so this is all the fluid that's in the block. All the coolant that's in the block is coming out now, so looks like a decent enough bucket. Alrighty, I have a bucket that will work. Yep. In there, yep. Pulling out this bolt. Let it leak out for a few minutes. Yeah, so see ya, but just letting coolant drain out of the bottom hole. And then we should be able to, hopefully. Yep, there it is, right there. Take it off. Alrighty, so there it is. That's the old pump out. In terms of how it looks pretty decent, but we might as well replace it. Came with a new gasket and everything, so yeah, we'll put this off to the side. It's kind of scrap now, I guess, and we can move on and clean up the surface and put on the new one. So yeah, let me do that. So now we're just gonna kind of have to clean off all the old goop. Let me grab a set of gloves for this, maybe. Well, that didn't work quite as well as I wanted it to. Yes. All right. Back, I got the stuff. So we're just gonna kind of clean up this area. Oops. Let me see if I can get my thing in there. Get my grinder in there. Clean it up solid. That's a thick. Scrape that off a little. That looks very dirty. Alright, oh, that's really goopy in there. I'm clean that area out. That one just bolts right into the block. Well, I mean, yes, all of them do, but it just goes right into where the cylinder wall is. And then there's this other hole up here, which is filled with goop. We might have to clean kind of try and wash this thing out, or flush it. Especially since I put a bunch of dust in there from grinding it. Yes, I think we will have to do that. Yeah, so we're going to have to flush the block out because it's very dirty in there. There's a big pile of goop in one of those poles. And I kind of just put a bunch of dust in it as well, so that's not good. Alrighty. Well, anyways. So yes, as you can see, that hole right there is kind of filled with goop, and I've also put a bunch of dust into the coolant passages there. So we're gonna have to clean that up. So yeah. So I think I'm nearly out of time for today, so I think I'm just gonna call it here. So once again, make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, check out the full playlist for this vehicle, and we'll be back again with another video where I finally flush this thing out and get it all cleaned up and then put the new water pump on. So yeah, peace.